extra noise. Boom, shakalak, ready. Oh shoot, what did I just close? I'm not sure if I meant to close that. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is on. Andrew Bustamante. That was the name I meant a couple days ago, not Alex. Watching Prehistoric Planet. Everything's trying to kill each other. If you have to ask what an 18-hour workday is, you're probably not doing it. Doing the Delta? And episode 31 of the Steven Sersky podcast is done. I'm watching it upload, but it's given me an error so far. Folks, it is Wednesday, August 17th, 2022. I'm Steven Sersky. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning in and having a listen here. This is my audio digest, audio blog, publishes Monday to Friday, and I put all the archives up on my website, stevensersky.com. I have thought about renaming this to be a little bit more better suited to like Canadian Expat Daily or something like that, or Beijing Expat Daily, but it suits that I just simply talk about some of the stuff that I'm doing. So Steven Sersky Audio Podcast, Steven Sersky Audio Blog is what I've currently named it. We'll see. I had one person comment on my language vlog recently, just today actually. They're like, yeah, what was it? The Steven language acquisition theoretical application of language for lonely hearts and stuff like that. Not the catchiest name in the world. He's right. The official title is called Steven's Language Acquisition Vlog. But I've shortened it since to Steven's Language Blog, which I think I'll keep for a little while. I'm not sure if I'm going to change it from there. I have videos up on that channel today. I did a couple new videos, just short little bits. Also yesterday, I posted a couple of Chinese flashcard review videos. I noticed for YouTube clips, if the clip doesn't have a person in it, it does not get as many views, which means the algorithm they get lots of views, but some of the other ones, they aren't so, they're not viewed as much. Now, it just might be that my videos aren't engaging as much. Good question. Andrew Bustamante, that's the guy I was talking about on Monday. I mentioned that he was on the Lex Friedman podcast. He's this former CIA spy, CIA operative. And he talks about the war in Ukraine. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that podcast episode, Lex Friedman podcast, I highly suggest you go download that because right now my own podcast is taking a while to upload as well. So I mentioned this language vlog. I uploaded some videos today. I just signed up to do a new course. And you English teachers out there might know what this is, the DELTA, Diploma for English Language Teaching of Adults or for Adults. And it sounds very fancy. It's basically, if the CELTA was your introductory glorified English teaching certificate because you didn't want to go through a year or 2 years of applied linguistics studies, or you kind of went through university and realized you got an arts degree that wasn't teaching related, but then found out the only thing you could really do was teach, the CELTA is for you. The Delta is kind of like CELTA Plus, but it's more for administration roles and stuff like that. Not that I'm planning to go into like education administration, not at all, to tell you the truth. But I'm interested in the course development and materials development aspect of things because, to be honest, I think a lot of language teaching could be reduced, could be made a lot simpler. Not just in terms of production, but in terms of acquisition, which is why language acquisition vlog is what it's called. I think going forward, I'm not gonna lie, it's there's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot tougher to make money as an English teacher, as a teacher in general. And I think instead, what's going to happen is any of the teachers out there who want to make a living or at least carve out a little niche for themselves. You're going to have to provide a lot more than just a class. And I think like videos, ebooks, websites, stuff like that, training videos, stuff like that. It's all going to be part and parcel of the same thing. So part of the idea of doing this Delta is to force myself to go through some of the theory stuff and learn some of the terminology, not necessarily so I can regurgitate it and impress everybody by my academic withal, but more to explore the idea of like how to better my approach of making life easy for not just ESL students, but language learners in general. For myself, as a language learner, I've been learning languages for a long time. And even now with Mandarin Chinese, I'll tell you, a lot of people like to, I've talked about the HSK levels before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's one way. But Chinese, Mandarin Chinese, and a lot of languages around the world. French has a lot with it. Russian even has quite a bit with it. Spanish as well. But in terms of sheer depth of studies that are conducted in, on, about, or whatever on a language, it's English nowadays. Now, prior to this, it was Latin and ancient Greek. Those were two very big heavy hitters in the academic and the study world, like in the scholarship world of like, if we're going to study a language, which language do we study? Typically, it was Latin or ancient Greek. Now it's English. So Mandarin Chinese does not have the same depth of resources that you have in English or ESL teaching. And the result is that you kind of have to still go, you either have to bring your own method to and your own abilities to learn Mandarin Chinese, or you go through the gauntlet of what most Chinese people go through, which is like from the bottom up sort of gauntlet style of here you learn this, you learn the pinyin, you learn the characters, the base characters, the radicals, and you start very simple and you start reading pinyin early age, and then you switch to your Hanzi later on. So yeah, doing the Delta. So expect a few more videos about my trials and tribulations with this. I hope I don't fail. I'm not gonna lie. As I failed I haven't checked the HSK 5, and I think I should have the scores. Yeah, if I try to check it, is it going to break on me? You know what? I'll do that tomorrow. We'll try that. We'll make it a live unveil tomorrow for my HSK 5 scores to see if I've actually passed or not. And I haven't received a scorecard yet, but they say that it should be online within a month after, and then I think it's 6 weeks after I get the actual report card. But yeah, so I'm doing the Delta. This is going to add to my workload quite a bit. Now, luckily, September, October are kind of low in terms of work volume, which is good. November, not so bad. And then December, I think it could pick up once again. But so this is going to keep me busy for, if I do, because the Delta is actually in 3 parts, 3 modules. There's module 1 and 3 that I can do in my current position. And then Delta module 2, I'd have to actually find another place to do it. I'd have to get back into a teaching role in order to complete the whole Delta cycle, as it were. And so that what that means is that I can do parts 1 and 3 now within the next 6 months, if all goes well, and then module 2 sometime later on. And it's not until you get like module 2 that you can sort of say that you're Delta qualified. But modules 1 and 3 are sort of a lot, like module 1 is a lot more theory. Module 3 is a lot more if you were to run a school, or if you were to design a textbook or a course book, what would you do? So those are 2 things that I'm going to be focusing on in the next 6 months. Delta Module 2 is where you actually go in the classroom and you come up with an idea, and you try to apply it, and you do it like what's called a needs analysis. So you kind of do a survey. To put it in regular speak, you ask your students a bunch of questions about why they're studying and what they plan to attain, what their goals are, and how you can help them, and you design a course based around that. And in the module 2, you put that into application. So it's not easy. I mean, I think that one's, is that 3 months, or I can't remember, but it's 7 weeks, I think, if you do it full time. I'm doing this part time. You don't have to do the courses either. You can parts 1 and 3. You don't have to do the courses. You could just do the exam if you want. But it's helpful to take the course, because then you have people who will basically take you right through the course and give you signposts and goals to hit along the way. So that's why I'm doing it. Yeah. So, because I'm not busy enough, why not? Let's try this. Delta, HSK5, podcasts and everything else. Well, hey, yesterday I was talking about midlife crisis. Is that what it is? Right? I mean, am I feeling this sort of surge of energy, virility, vitality that I'm going to drive ahead and hopefully not fuck things up too badly. There you go. And speaking of the working a lot, if you have to ask what an 18-hour workday is, are you even doing it? Because if you have time to ask it, that means you probably aren't doing it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, working today full time as well, and then working on the podcast and stuff like that. I mean, it does sort of. I don't know how many jobs I do, to tell you the truth. I've tried to count all the different components, and I just lose track. I'm like, I can't think in terms of components. I can think in terms of steps. Like right now, it says unexpected response from the server. The file may have been uploaded successfully. Check in the media library or reload the page. Well, shit. So it means it didn't upload again. Which it'd actually be better to upload this in the morning when the internet lines are a little less busy. So that might have to wait until then. Now, I did send off the clip to my guest, and so if it's not up. Doesn't look like it's going to get up now. So I'll put this in right now. We'll see if I can get it going. Dismiss errors. Typically what happens, you got to do a bunch of ropey-dopey stuff like this. Save draft. Assisted connection device is on. Good. This media library. Choose this again. There. Okay, we'll try to upload again. Hopefully it does. I mean, I got everything else ready last night. It's just that there was one other part of the episode that needed to be tweaked, just so it was better listening experience. A lot shorter one. It's only hour and 33 minutes total. So once it does upload, and once you guys get a chance to download it, I mean, it's not going to occupy several days of your listening experience. It'll be a good workout's worth, maybe 2 workouts worth of something for you guys to have a listen to. And yeah, my guest, I did actually post a preview clip on my Instagram account for the podcast, and you can see there that I do show who it is. It's Rachel Weiss. She's from the Date Night China podcast. She's co-host of it, and we met on Zoom a couple of almost a month ago is when I recorded it, and we were able to talk, and we actually had some issues with I had issues with the connection. That was during the great connection disruption of July 2022, and so it was Zoom kept on Zoom was okay, but then I realized that they also only have a 40-minute cap if you're on the free plan, which that was the first time I've ran into that problem using Zoom. So Zoom didn't Zoom, it stopped. And so we had to reboot a couple times and whatnot, so that what you hear, it's not going to be a solid, unedited file. Sadly, I did have to clip some bits because there's me laughing at the connection going, ay, 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 ay. Maybe I'll post the outtakes at some point. We'll see. One other thing I was doing today, actually, I don't know about you, if you use Apple TV or anything like this. I don't watch very much TV, I'll tell you. Being working 18 hours a day or whatever the number is these days. I was watching Prehistoric Planet on Apple TV. It was actually kind of neat. And maybe this is part of the reason, part of the stuff that I'm thinking about midlife crisis and death and dying and stuff like that. Because watching these dinosaurs, everything's trying to eat each other. Everything. I mean, it's like if you're not eating something else, you are either defending yourself away from something that wants to be eating you, or you are being eaten by that thing. I don't know how long it is. It must. I don't know how many seasons there are, but I get it free for 3 months. So I figured, okay, I'll try Apple TV. So far, I like it because you don't have to deal with downloading and stuff like that. There's no lag or latency or anything. So it's fantastic in terms of streaming quality. And there's another series For All Mankind. And then I also got a 9/11 special as well. I'm not sure if I really want to watched that just yet. But Prehistoric Planet, I thought was kind of cool because it's all about dinosaurs and dinosaurs around the world and stuff like that. There's some dinosaurs that they're swimming in the ocean. They have to swallow rocks to help digestion. So in watching this documentary, there's two things going through my mind. I'm like, one, everything's trying to eat each other. Everything. If it's not trying to eat you, it's trying to kill you in some way. Number two, how does evolution teach this stuff? I mean, how does a giant fish, basically, well, like a dinosaur fish, dino fish, understand that it has to swallow a rock in its early life so it can, and then continue swallowing these rocks, specific rocks, not any type of rock, a special polished rock from the Southern Ocean, blah, blah, blah place that helps with its digestion for the rest of its life. How does it know that? That's so crazy. Kind of cool, isn't it? One thing that they did do with this series is that they did make the velociraptors with feathers, so this would be like the first time that I've seen them made like this, like the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park movies. They don't have feathers in that one, so it's a little bit of an updated science-backed whatever it is. So yeah, that's the one thing I noticed. But so with the eating the rocks to help digestion, and then what was the other thing? It was like today it was the desert dinosaurs, so they can withstand long periods of drought. It's kind of like very obviously harsh climates, but like this, the Asian Tyrannosaurus Rex shows up at the watering hole one day, and all these other dinosaurs just part ways. How do they know that this thing is going to eat it? Like, they have such small brains, right? It's not like are they plotting like what's going to go? Like, they're not thinking of, there's mating, there's eating, and then not dying basically is on the docket. I mean, then how are they thinking that? How are they recognizing that this dinosaur is going to eat them, but that one won't? Right? Like, why won't the? Oh, it sounds silly. Why doesn't the Brontosaurus just rip a piece off the Stegosaurus? Right? I mean, why not? Well, lacking water, just get into your veins, suck the blood, right? That's my understanding of it, right? The third thing that kind of got me about this was the whole idea of, like, for Elon Musk, we got to go to Mars. We're searching for aliens. We're going, a couple million years ago, a couple 100 million years ago, these aliens, these dinosaurs, like creatures 1.0, 2.0, Earth 2.0, were roaming all over the place. Like, what if we're sending our radio signals and they're bouncing off the horns of some dinosaur that's like, why do I have such a headache? What's going on? Something's changed. Something's changed, and I don't know what it is. Oh, this guy's going to eat me. Better back away. Better eat him first before he eats me, sort of thing. It's the what to think of that dinosaurs did exist on Earth, and we are searching for intelligent life elsewhere. I mean, how did they die off? Is that what we're searching? Is that what we're going to find first of all, or find like fish? Like, that's going to be the first type of alien that we find. Oh, look we got another type of dinner. Who's going to be brave enough to eat it first, right? Okay, this is another type of dinner. I know I'd make that comment, then of course the animal rights people are like, well, that's terrible. Is it an animal if it's an alien, right? Good question. If we rebirthed dinosaurs and bred them for meat, could we ethically breed a dinosaur for meat? A Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? Good question. Brontosaurus, feed a lot of people. Good question. Probably not going to happen. So anyway, so watching this Prehistoric Planet documentary, and interesting stuff. While I was doing this during my workout today. I did manage to get both of my workouts in. Good workouts today too as well. So it was pretty nice to get up and get out there early. Did the 2-mile run, did some skipping, did the skipping balls workout, the skipping and medicine ball workout. Did 2 rounds again. Then the afternoon, again, another 2-mile run. And then I did the slow workout as well that I've been using, which is, it's just nicer. I don't have to get as hyped up as much, and I kind of like it. So tomorrow's a rest day. We'll see if I get up for the bike ride. I wouldn't mind. Since my buddy mentioned, cycling on those share bikes isn't good for your knees. I'm like, yeah, I do feel my knees a lot more. Maybe it's the skipping, maybe it's the cycling, maybe it's I'm just not doing enough knee mobility, strengthening stuff just yet, which is on the docket for tomorrow's afternoon workout. Righto. Okay, folks, I'm going to leave it there. So again, episode number 31 of my big podcast is up. It's half up. It's being uploaded as we speak right now. But to give you a clip, I have posted a clip after today's audio digest episode. So stay tuned, and you're going to hear a clip from the episode number 31 of my big podcast with Rachel Weiss, who is co-host of the Date Night China podcast. Show notes, tracks, and vids all up on my website, stevensersky.com. Thanks for listening. And of course, the live stream, I do have that linked on my archives as well. So if you want to have a look at me wearing a headband today to keep my hair off of my forehead, you can have a look at that. All right, folks, thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Stay cool out there. Hope you're all well. We will talk again. Bye-bye.